to inquire through you, Chair, that how comes that this House...
Which chair?
Through you, Mr. Speaker, that how come Mr. Chairs of the House leadership, part of the minority and the majority are empty. It is only last week that we had a serious discussion on the absenteeism of chairmen of committees and leadership, and a proposal was made on disciplinary mechanism to be undertaken. I would want to inquire what action shall be taken against the House leadership from both ends. Honorable Barashina was patched, but today he's here and he's been here. And the person who was calling on him on his absenteeism is not here, Mr. Speaker. How can this House proceed? What is this that makes the leadership to lack the desire to be here, that we want to condemn the members when they don't come here? Now we are struggling to call on the quorum, and the leadership who would have contributed to the quorum are absent in the House, Mr. Speaker. I stand guided on this particular question.
Yes, KJ?
Mr. Speaker, I know the bashing of leadership and chairmen has become very popular. It is only a request from one of the chairs of committees that let this condemnation not be a blanket condemnation. There are chairs who are diligently, judicially, and faithfully ever in the House, including the Honorable Chair for the JLAC Committee, the Honorable Chair for Social Protection, yours truly, the Chair of Communication, Information and Innovation, the Chair, Wanjiko Mohia, for Integration. They are normally in the House dutifully, all the way to the close of business. So as the condemnation of chairs becomes so popular in this House, kindly let it not be a blanket condemnation. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And the Chair for Transport, once in a while.
And KJ, the correct English is judiciously, not judicially. Judiciously. Yes, Oundo?
Speaker, I know I might not be qualified to offer you any advice or any counsel, but where I come from, we know we are fishermen. We always say the small fish can actually advise the big fish. And we also say, Honorable Speaker, where we come from, that when you feed the guinea fowl, don't forget the chicken. The guinea fowl can fly away, the chicken will always remain. There are members in this House, Honorable Speaker, who come here at 2:15, and they leave at exactly 7 when the House rises.
I confirm that you are one of them.
And when the few people who come only to undertake national duties, when they are here, they are given first preference to talk, and those who toil and sit here and caring unflinchingly in order to give honor to the August House are ignored, and ignored badly. So I just wanted to, I know I don't deserve to advise you, but remember the saying that whatever you give the guinea fowl, do not deny the chicken. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Oundo, on the first, you are correct. On the second, you are wrong. No member is ignored. And if you are using yourself as an example, you have opportunities to speak here more than any average member. You speak more than any average member. Yes. Let's go on. For cases member, the leaders are your leaders. And in case you have any grievance, you tell them. You inform them that you are not happy. I used to see a rule in some office that read, rule number 1, the boss is always right. Rule number 2, in case of any doubt, refer to rule 1. Yes, Ferdinand?
No, I don't want to talk about that. Mr. Speaker, sir, I think that what my colleague has just mentioned is very, I'm always here. And it's very, very disappointing. We actually representative for the people. And the chairman, apart from a few of them, are never in the House. So, and of course, most of these things go through our chairman. So I think it has to come from the chair, from the speaker's position, to warn the chairs of various committees to be here present and deliver some of these things, because we are getting very embarrassed. And I know we are actually live on the TV, and you find that the chairmen of various committees are not in the House. Speaker, do something about it.
Thank you. I think let's go on, honorable members. Next order. Yes, yes, Melly.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to also input on this discussion that the chairs and the leadership, yes, are like any other human being, and they have a lot of commitments. But the blanket condemnation that the chairs and the leadership are always absent is not true, because here we have so many chairs. I've seen chair agriculture, chair East Africa, and even the vice chairs. So I want to say that as much as there is need that we dedicate ourselves to the duties of the House, it isn't true that all of them are always out. And I think you gave an advice, Chair, Mr. Speaker, as a leader of this House, that we all need to commit ourselves to our representatives and to our duties of this republic. And that is what we always do. But the few who have actually made mistakes, we really need to bring them back and show them the need to be here every other time when the House rises, until when the House sits, until when it rises. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Parashina. Yes, next to you.
Oh, okay, thank you, Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I'm so much grateful. I think today I'm the lucky person, because the other time the leader or the majority leader lied to this House that I always don't come to this House. I always come, and I always make my good comments and contribution. So,
order, Parashina.
Yes.
The word lies and parliamentary withdraw.
I withdraw, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Okay, go on.
So, Mr. Speaker, I really want to say that I might come again to request that to apologize and withdraw that statement also from him, because I always come here to articulate issues, and I know the only time that the majority leader comes here, or our leaders, they only come here when they are pushing an agenda, but they don't come to the floor on the contributions of the real issue that's affecting our country or issue that we need to debate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, let's not overflog this matter. I know that many members, some chairmen are always here. There are also others who are persistent offenders who don't come. So I have advised you before, members, that we Chairman McClub, there is a chairman sitting next to you. I have advised you, members, and I want to advise you again. In my many years in Parliament, the Speaker always found me in the House, and I follow the Speaker when he's leaving the House. Always. Just pick up that good habit, and this House will have no problem. You know, it is a great honor to sit in this House. Your right to speak on the floor of this House must be equal to your duty to listen to those who listen to you when you speak. Because what I've noticed is that members, as soon as they prosecute the agenda, they exit. You can't expect to be listened to if you don't listen to others. And that is what debate is all about. And if we can impress that, especially our colleagues, first-timers, you will go a long way. And out there, your voters watch. I see people in social clubs glued on phone when the House is sitting, and they're watching proceedings to see whether my member of parliament is in the House, whether my member of parliament speaks, and if he speaks or she speaks, do they make sense? The public is no longer the old public who wait for leo katika bunge. They follow everything that we do here. So let's invite Honorable Soro and your team on both sides of the House. Ensure that when the House starts, he's just come. Ensure that when the House starts, we appreciate that you have other duties out there. But when the House starts, at least let's have leadership on either side of the House. If it's not the leader, the whip. If it's not, your deputies, so that they can be able to help the House move on. Today we rang the quorum bell for about 15 minutes. And I kept on asking where the chief whip was. But since you are here, you've purged yourself of the contempt. Let's move on to the next order.
Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, first I want to apologize for walking in late when you are on the chair while conducting the responsibility that you actually gave us as far as IALA games are concerned, and that is why you don't see the entire leadership here. They are working on everything that pertains to the IALA games that will be commencing in 2 weeks. So they instructed me to actually leave the meeting and come here and join you, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, November 14th, 2024. Number 1, the following legal notices from the Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry. That is A, notice number 176 of 2024, relating to the Sustainable Waste Management Extended Producer Responsibility Regulations 2024 and the explanatory memorandum. B, legal notice number 177 of 2024, relating to the Environmental Management and Coordination Water Quality Regulations 2024 and the explanatory memorandum. C, legal notice number 178 of 2024, relating to the Environmental Management and Coordination Waste Management Regulations 2024 and explanation memorandum. D, legal notice number 179 of 2024, relating to the Environmental Management and Coordination Sand Harvesting Regulations 2024 and the explanatory memorandum. Legal notice number 180 of 2024, relating to the Environmental Management and Coordination Air Quality Regulations 2024 and the explanatory memorandum. Legal notice number 181 of 2024, relating to the Environmental Management and Coordination, Management and Control of Plastic Packaging Materials, Regulations 2024, and the explanatory memorandum. And legal notice number 182 of 2024, relating to the Environmental Management and Coordination, Management of Toxic and Hazardous Chemicals and Materials, Regulations 2024, and the explanatory memorandum. Honorable Speaker, the reports of the Auditor General and financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2024 and the certificates therein in respect of the following institutions. A, Kenya Industry and Entrepreneurship Project Credit Number IDA 6268KE, State Department for Industry, De-risking, Inclusion and Value Enhancement of Pastoral Economics Drive in the Horn of Africa, Project Credit Number 7139KE, State Department for Livestock Development,